We still have some snow in the Himalayas and a storm or two in India, in some areas of India. And we have some new systems with more snow in Kazakhstan, especially like in Afghanistan, Tajikistan, more snow in the mountains, maybe some rain, mostly rain in Kazakhstan, but there might be some snow too. There's this little storm that popped out of nowhere. But let's see here. Some showers in Saudi Arabia too. But let's watch the next few days from Turkey and Iran because the European shows some storms in Iran maybe, and some snow in Turkey and Georgia. They show spots of ice too, some mountains there. And there's this system in India and Nepal, the Himalayas, more snow into China, southeastern China. Today is still like Friday the 21st into Saturday, and this goes there. Shows still Saturday afternoon tomorrow, possibly a few storms in eastern India and Sri Lanka and some spots there, especially like Indonesia and northern Malaysia. But still shows this snow throughout Tibet, in the Himalayas into China. So be careful. Shows like even storm or two in Bangladesh later Saturday into Sunday, and this goes and still shows like a few storms in India, Nepal and Bhutan with some snow Sunday. This goes into Monday, still some snow, a storm or two into like southeastern China, and this mainly goes away. And then we'll start getting our next system from Western Asia. So this snow from Turkey, Saturday into Sunday, more rain in Iran, some snow in northern Iran, into Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan, some rain as well, and snow, mainly rain there, and some snow maybe northern China into Mongolia, and some mountains there. So Sunday, Monday, still shows, especially Monday to Tuesday, more snow, and in Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, those areas, and Afghanistan, some freezing rain in a few spots and more snow. So Monday, still in Tajikistan, those areas snowing a lot, northernmost India maybe, and northernmost Pakistan especially, and shows in Iran scared snow in a spot or two. And then there's like this one southern Russia, Tuesday, northern Mongolia, maybe some lingering snow in Mongolia to next week, and some crazier stuff in the east there that we'll check in a second. But yeah, beware, and some long range Western Asia, maybe some more fronts near Western Turkey, spots in Jordan, storm or two on the 30th, 28th, in Iraq, maybe like a little bit of storms and snow March 31st, and still on April 1st, shows slightly a finger or two there. There's the GFS as well, that's good to see some other models to get more perspectives. So there's like this system in Turkey now, those areas in Azerbaijan and Iran, Turkmenistan, and then it goes like Monday into Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, and it's kind of connected with that snow in southern Russia, spots of western Mongolia and Kazakhstan, some snow too, so Monday, Tuesday, especially in Tajikistan, northern Pakistan, those areas. And then Wednesday, Thursday still shows the snow until Friday in Tajikistan. Those areas maybe until like March 30th. And then yeah, still a snow or two there. And further east in India, those areas, the GFS does have a storm or two in India, and some snow in southeastern China, maybe northernmost Myanmar as well. And those mountains, so it goes and like until Monday, then it diminishes. But be aware, and now we have a situation in Eastern Asia. So this goes Saturday, Sunday, a low pressure system, some snow in southeastern Russia, into Japan, northern Japan, maybe even like north central Japan, Saturday night into Sunday, and Sunday morning. So this goes, and then still some snow throughout southeastern Russia, some areas like Monday and Mongolia, the European shows there. Maybe a little bit of rain in Japan, a storm or two in the islands. Like Monday, it even shows a small spot of snow and ice in some areas. So Monday, Tuesday, we get this small low pressure from North Korea, some snow, some rain there. Then this goes into like Japan, some heavy rain Wednesday the 26th and some snow, and then this thing starts. The European gets some storms on Thursday the 27th to southern Japan, and some snow into northern China, northern, southern, southeastern Russia, and then it forms this low pressure there on the 27th, 28th, a lot of rain and storms in Japan, and some snow too, especially to Russia. Then it goes, and some snow remains because of the cold air after this. So still like Saturday, Sunday, a little bit of snow, and then show like March 31st in southeastern Russia, still some spots of snow, and some rain in eastern China maybe in April 1st, and some storms in the Pacific. So be aware, we'll keep watching this, and this still has time to change, this information, so make sure you check your local forecast as the days go by to see more accurate information. But let's see, there's the GFS, those clippers in southeastern Russia, a lot of snow, and spots in northern China throughout Monday, spots in Mongolia Monday and Tuesday, still Wednesday, and then the GFS that's having southern Japan, some storms through Friday and Thursday the 27th, and some freezing rain and some snow northern Japan maybe Thursday and Friday, and that snow especially heavy China and Russia there Friday the 28th. So this goes in the GFS is kind of interesting, shows some snow and sleet all the way down to central China on the 28th. And then this goes and shows snow as far south as like central southern China and some rain. But the GFS shows things that don't make sense sometimes, so better not fall completely into it. But be aware. And there's the icon too, the stuff in India there, and spots in China, the stuff in Turkey and Iran, into like Tajikistan, and those endless clippers in Russia that just keep bringing snow to central and eastern Russia. And I saw some news there, there was some crazy snowfall in some areas there last few days. So this goes, and yeah, the icons a similar thing for Japan as well next week. So be careful in those areas. Just a recap for Russia, shows now Friday the 21st, some snow central Russia for this system, and some like some Arctic snow further north as well. This goes Friday, Saturday, still by Sunday, some lingering snow central Russia. And always be careful with snow because sometimes it accumulates a lot. And then shows Monday, still like Russia into Mongolia, and eastern Russia, especially even the Pacific further out. So be aware. Still by Thursday, the 27th, another snow front into central Russia, and more later, especially like the 29th, shows a heavier one to eastern Russia, and yeah, still by the 31st and April 1st. So be aware. Western Russia is a little bit quieter, except for some showers and a snowfall too, like northwestern Russia, near Finland, those areas in early next week. But yeah, be aware those areas. There's like wind gusts here, stronger in Tibet, in the Himalayas now, and then also in a broader view, into southern Russia, this from central Russia is slightly higher, and scattered strong winds in Iran and some areas in Saudi Arabia and Yemen, slightly higher than normal, and Jordan, some spots there. If you check in close here, you can see like some 84 km per hour possible, and this goes Friday and to Saturday, especially possibly tomorrow in northern China and Mongolia, Saturday afternoon. So be aware. Already in Japan and Russia, because of that low pressure spinning there, and even earlier in the day, like Saturday afternoon and during noon, shows even close to 90 km per hour central northern Japan into North Korea. And this system in Russia, some higher wind spots like Saturday, this might be right afternoon there. And then if there's no too, be careful with blizzard conditions, especially like wind and snow combined can be dangerous. So this goes, and like this uh, interesting fronts near northwestern Russia, slightly higher winds in some areas. So Saturday, Sunday, still shows Sunday northern China, near Mongolia, Russia, especially high winds, this low pressure in the ocean near southeastern Russia and Iran, central southern Iran, some spots there. So Sunday into Monday gets stronger in Mongolia possibly, so even close to 90 km per Gus, some 88, 77, and this low pressure kind of in Russia, because you can see there's some stronger winds around it and calm in the center. So even in Kazakhstan, slightly breezier, and meanwhile this in the Pacific, the peninsula in Russia. And in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, slightly breezier in the seas there, the Persian Gulf, and more areas in Saudi Arabia. So beware Monday, this goes northern China, still potential some higher gusts, spots in Mongolia too, especially western Mongolia, northern China and Russia, still kind of windy in the Pacific. So later Tuesday, the Europeans, some very high gusts in Mongolia, so even close to 103 km per gust, more felt to northern China, Tibet, and to Tajikistan there in the mountains near the Persian Gulf, still northwestern Russia. Just for comparison, the GFS has also in Mongolia, like Tuesday the 25th, even 108 km per gust. The GFS has. The icon is like lost its mind. She shows all the way to 120 km per gust in Mongolia, Tuesday the 25th. But this is possible. We have to watch the storm system closely, like 129 spots there to like 145. But the icon is known to exaggerate with wind gusts, so uh, just be aware. Those areas, Mongolia Tuesday, still Wednesday, the European shows widespread strong winds from Mongolia, central northern China, even the Gobi Desert, spotted through in southeastern China, near Afghanistan and Iran, and in the Arabian Sea, slightly breezier. Still those low pressures in Japan on the Pacific on the 26th, some higher gusts. Be aware. And then this goes, and this low pressure gradually goes towards Japan and eastern China on the 27th. This is where everything starts. Shows like in eastern China, close to 100 km per gust. Spots in central China too. And then this goes to the Sea of Japan, some higher gusts later on the 27th, and does have some mountains there, close to 105 km per gust. The icon's kind of different in the GFS also, but this does show like in the oceans, other spots near Taiwan, so be careful. The 27th, the 28th, spots in southeastern Russia and Japan, still in Tibet and in central China in the mountains, spots in Pakistan too slightly higher, and Turkey again on the 28th, some fronts and near the Red Sea. But be aware, Friday to Saturday still in the Himalayas, some spots in Tibet. It's quite breezy in Syria, Turkey, spots in Saudi Arabia there, and Itea, and more areas near the seas in Taiwan and China, other spots in China. And they showed this in Russia too, Saturday the 29th, and maybe like March 30th, spots in northwestern Russia, the Caspian Sea. But yeah, be aware. And if that was too much for you, you can check this site on the description to see the wind in more detail. But be careful. There's the GFS here as well, shows those winds in China, Saturday, Sunday, northern China, those snow clippers in Russia too, and this goes to show like in Japan, and they're showing in Mongolia those crazy wind gusts to Tuesday, Wednesday into northern China, and in Kazakhstan too, and the GFS, there's a strong winds in northern Russia, in the Arctic there, so be aware, especially there's snow there Wednesday, and it has like this system in eastern China and Japan on Thursday the 27th has a lot of wind, but not as much as the European, so be aware. Now for this rain accumulation until the 26th, most of the heavy rains in the tropics there, so be careful, but there's show rain like near these spots, Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan, and Iran. There it will be a mix of like rain and snow, but there might be some rain in southern India too, spots in Japan from these fronts. The European has some more in the Sea of Japan, and especially like those areas central western Asia, some more rain. But let's see what part of this rain is snow. So snow is more concentrated in the mountains, as you can see here. So even 21 centimeters, spots in Tajikistan too, in Iran, some more snow, northern Iran, spots in central Iran, Georgia, Turkey, next 5 days, some more snow too, 13, 7 centimeters, and those spots in Northern Myanmar, southeastern China has close to 50 centimeters or even more in some areas. And these clippers in Russia, just like a lot of these low pressure systems, central Russia, for a lot of snow, not a lot, but they show 12, 8 centimeters. Some spots might be more, so be careful. And northwestern Russia too. Industrial Mongolia, this snow too, next 5 days, and northern China, some specific mountain spots there, western China especially, and some spots there. North Korea and Japan, especially northern Japan, there will be like 37, 40 centimeters next 5 days, some more North Korea. And if I put it like long range, does show like some more events into Russia, China. This like 12 days out, that's too far. But the GFS has more into northern Japan, spots there, southeastern China, the Himalayas, especially Afghanistan, Tajikistan, those areas, those clippers throughout Russia. But in southeastern Russia, might be heavier in the peninsula there, even close to 100 centimeters in a few spots. This coast on the Pacific as well. And the GFS is a similar thing. Be careful, some snow there, some ice and cold and everything. And this snow central Russia. You can just check here or the link in the description for these warnings. Definitely like wind, snow, and other dangers, and like snow in Russia, in eastern Russia, like some other dangers like slippery roads, wind. They have warnings in China too and India, especially for thunderstorms and heat wave. Some other spots, Saudi Arabia, some heavy rain, freeze, fog, southwestern Russia. So just check this and be careful. In the Philippines too, some general flood advisory extreme. So yeah, be careful there. And the temperatures are still quite cold, but nothing that extreme. Let's just check here those below and above average temperatures if there's something crazy. Shows slightly below average in the Middle East and northeastern Africa. Spots in Russia too, but shows this above average further east, the GFS. But this goes, the GFS is below average in Kazakhstan and central Russia, as well as Iran, Turkmenistan, some spots there. Then this goes, the GFS is this big below average on the 26th, 27th in Mongolia and China. And this might come behind that storm system that I showed you, so be aware there, some cold air behind that. And so this goes, and like into Japan and the Pacific layers, some colder temperatures, March 28th, 29th, and the rest mainly in Russia, some above average later. But just be aware. Don't have much time today, but let's just go a quick run through these temperatures. So by today, Friday still shows in Russia some colder air, some minus 20s, some minus 30s, some spots there. Still in Tibet, the high mountains, it's very cold there, especially the elevation. Tajikistan, Afghanistan, spots there. So be aware, some negative temperatures in other spots of northern Kazakhstan and Russia. So let's see the cold first, and then I'll show the heat later. So this goes still cold. You can see this massive cold air kind of diving down to central western Russia, and this cold in the north there. So Monday, this goes into Kazakhstan. It's colder there, the 25th, in some spots near Mongolia too. Russia still pretty cold. This goes like Wednesday the 26th, like Mongolia, spots in southern Russia to minus 30, especially in the high elevations, but more spots there too. So more into like northern Russia, still cold, but this goes there, and you won't get that extreme, but does show eventually the 28th, some more cold northern China, spots in Mongolia, and some more in the mountains in the south there. But be aware and happy spring. But yeah, this goes, and still maybe the 29th in Russia, some more spots there. North Korea too, might get colder, South Korea, the 29th, still some in Kazakhstan, but nothing crazy. And Japan might have those colder temperatures in the mountains, even outside the mountains, so be aware. But comparing this to last month, this map is much different now, so it's already warmer. But yeah, still be aware those periods of cold. But in India, I bet it's very hot there. So especially like During the day tomorrow, Saturday, so some 37, 38 degrees, and it's still margins already close to 40 in southern Pakistan, some 39, some 37, and spots in further south in India, 39. Be careful the heat indices, especially if there's high humidity. It might make it feel warmer. In the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, more than 35 already, some 37, in Oman, Yemen. So beware. In Southeast Asia is pretty hot as well. So in Cambodia, some 36, might feel like 38, 37, especially in Myanmar, close to 37. So be careful. Saturday, Sunday, but especially as stay warm, stay cool in India and Pakistan, like 40 degrees. Don't stay out in the sun too much. Stay hydrated and spots Western India too. So yeah, stay safe. Even southernmost Afghanistan and spots of southern Iran too, and Myanmar, those areas there. So be careful. Sunday, Monday, still in India there. Pakistan, some 38, 37 degrees. Monday, this goes, and like still very much later, some 40 degrees, 39 spots of Western India, and into Thailand, some 38 even, a spot or two in Cambodia, Laos. So yeah, stay safe. This goes and still quite warm later, and Western Asia still cold in spots of the mountains, and Turkey, Georgia, and the Caucasus, but slightly milder. Some spots, especially Syria, spots there in Iraq, already warmer. So stay safe and stay tuned to your local weather, because this changes all the time. And always like be careful, some fog still, some places that might have it, wind and everything, and thunderstorms. So yeah, beware.